but I saw him grow. I saw him grow. I saw him play. So I am looking forward to his plays happening on the XP lane, because what a guy to see him play.
Absolutely. I mean, and it goes really well as well with Pelmetronio and Tiso, how they have been playing together for such a long time. The synergy kicks in well as well. But all of that is now going to be kept aside because draft is where 60% of your game relies on. And they banned out the Farsa early on along with a Lancelot and an Arlott. I'm pretty sure they're going to force a Kimi early first pick, or at least a Zushin early first pick.
This is what I see as well, but I'm kind of thinking when Farsa is gone, you can go for Zedian, because who else has that big of a range? Of course, Kimi, as you have said already, but other than that, you don't have that many options, and Zedian, especially in the early game, is kind of packing a punch, so you have to respect that, but it's not going to be about Zedian just yet, because there's Baksha. Baksha, super strong frontline, anti-heal built in, so not that much healing for the enemy team.
I 100% agree. That basically roots out all of the utility roamers as well for the other side. You can't pick up an Angela. There's no use of a, Rafaela as well. But there's still a possibility of Florent. But all of that kept aside right now. Bashia picked up on the one side. Yi Senshin, Kimi. We have seen the success of Yi Senshin throughout this evening right now, Warren. And I think so. You really do not want to let him through this drafting phase as well. But there's still certain options in that EXP lane that right now ET can pick up.
Absolutely. The thing is that for the side of Nightfall, we already are establishing very strong combination of two late game hyper carries, which if they go into the late game, it's done. It's done for. It's very hard to play your game after that moment. But if you are able to play it out through the early game, which I think ET in Entity are going for, because you have Uranus, super strong SP laner, no one can match him during the early phase, and Hayabusa going for those squishy carries and also being able to snowball super hard. I think that's a right call to make.
It's a very fantastic pick. We were seeing Uranus being banned out throughout the previous two series as well, along with the Baxia. They were let through, and ET instantly decided to pick all of them up, regardless of a Yi Senshin and a Kimi on the other side. Now, here's the thing. If they decide to go for another squishy gold laner, that's going to make things pretty difficult for them, because they'll have three squishy laners in front of them and only two of the main front line. And there's a Haya on the other side, a Baxia, who will dive on your back line. So it's going to get difficult for them to protect them unless they go for a very hard crowd control composition. And I think so that kind of limits their pool. But at the same time, Yuzhong is a very solid pick in terms of that. You've got the CC, you've also got the front line.
I agree, you have the CC and you have the front line, but let's think about how Yuzhong plays. His playstyle is very specific, where he's trying to dive into the backline, but who is he going to dive on? Right now you see Baxia, right now you see Uranus, and you see in the jungle, of course, Hayabusa, and those are not the targets you are trying to dive on for. So I feel like Kreve probably was thinking about a takeaway for the opposing side. Maybe, I don't know if I like the Yuzhong lock-in. Actually, I might have liked something else, something that would beat your front line, that would peel your carries, because Yuzhong going straight into the backline. If you are Entity, I think you can adjust your draft and not really make it easy for him.
I kind of agree as well, but at the same time, I also think that this Yuzhong pick limits certain picks for the other side now. You can't really go for an immobile gold laner as well. You can't really pick an immobile roamer too. I think so those are a few problems out there. The only thing that I am concerned about is the fact if Zacian's shield gets triggered, or rather her passive gets triggered by Yuzhong's Black Dragon Form's ultimate. If it gets done, then I'm pretty sure that Zacian is going to be a pretty difficult pick to pull off after this Yuzhong pick on the other side. But yes, I agree with the point that you mentioned. Your backline is going to be entirely opened up right now since Yuzhong wants to dive in. It's a very one-dimensional playstyle. However, I think they're kind of relying a bit too much on the new Yi Senshin ultimate, thinking that if enemy dives onto him, he can just try and stun them and then survive, or rather play along with one of their teammates. And I think so that's also one of the reasons why they banned out the Zushin, banned out a Granger. Those two picks can survive against the Yuzhong as well. So it's a straightforward draft coming in from the side of NF, but ET, they have to play it smart. They can't play into their hands.
I mean, right now for the side of Nightfall depends on the rest of the picks that they will pick up. But right now, Kimi's ultimate will be super important as well as this Jisun Shin ultimate. Now with the Badang, that's something completely different. That's a completely different story because now you have that peeler who can either engage in or wait for Haya to go in and then fist crack into the wall and let your team do the rest. So I like this Badang pickup. Actually, Badang slipping through is not something that would happen like 3 months ago, but right now we see Badang slip through more and more. But in the past, he was like so much picked up as a first pick.
I agree, and it clearly shows as well. Even right now, he just can set things up so good for your team again with a stun. Fist crack lands perfectly if anyone's around the wall as well. So pretty solid one. Now I'm looking something for the side of ET to poke around this Badang to try and force him off the bushes as well. Zushin has been banned out. The only other pick I can think of is Zacian right now. Because again, the skill one, if there is someone in the bush, you can try and find that out. It's going to be a Zacian pick along with an Erethiel too. Now the question is, do you run a Purify Erethiel? Do you run a Flicker Erethiel? Or you still try and brute force your Sprint Erethiel? Because there's a Badang on the other side, there's a Yuzhong on the other side.
I mean, the thing is, if Badang gets to and you're Erethiel, something's wrong. I mean, either your team did something wrong or you just slept for 3 seconds and walk into him. He shouldn't probably be getting to you because your range is crazy. He shouldn't be really getting near you. I think that's a fact. So, I mean, you could still be running that sprint. Of course, Yuzhong can hop on you and then you are in big trouble. But if we look what is there, there's Baksha, there's Uranus, and there's Zetian that can peel for it. And if Erethiel is standing next to Zetian, even Zetian's passive can work for her and she will be pushing away everyone approaching them. So I think that's a great combination actually, coming from the side of ET.
I like the combination from ET as well, and to be honest, I'm a bit skeptical about this carry pick out here. Now I understand the idea, 2 beefy frontliners, Tiso, Enzo, both on Baxia and Uranus. You need someone to burst them down. The true damage from Erethiel can actually do the job, considering you already have the Yi Shin for your jungle as well. But at the same time, it's a very squishy backline. 3 people that you need to protect, and one of your teammate will be diving on the other side, and that one teammate is the frontliner. So it's gonna get a bit difficult, ladies and gentlemen, to try and pull this off. But can Nightfall do that? Can they make the sun shine on their side and set on ET's side? We'll have to see right now as we move into the Land of Dawn on this 3rd quarterfinals right now. And holy smokes, the poke.
Forever doesn't really care, he just pews his way into Enzo's health bar as he stalls most of his HP away, but right now the regeneration is taking in, so Enzo is back on health. Wansky and Kreve are already high on Expedio because Kreve hit him that level 2 and already going for the Division Craft, trying to help out his jungle. Bobo could be in trouble, he needs to jump the wall, he can, he lives for now, but he's in danger because no more Petrify for him.
Yeah, and also he's gonna miss on probably at least one of those cannon minion as well. We saw that happen. He missed on one of that. That means the Uranus is now gonna have that advantage in that EXP lane too, which slows down the rotation of an already slow Yu Zhong, because he does not have a good amount of rotation speed before that level 4. It's a bit of a problem out there though, but my full focus will be on that gold lane. The one who wins that gold lane will eventually pave the way for that mid to late game transition now. And right now, Pelmetronio is having his time out there.
Pelmetronio is definitely having the better matchup in this gold lane, since Alan is a little bit shorter range and a little bit less mobile than his opponent, so a little bit rougher on this side. But right now we should be approaching the first turtle, and that will be super important, because if ET takes that, that's super strong early game for them, and if NF are able to stop that, that's more scaling time.
Yeah, but they don't really have a lot of damage out here to burst this Uranus down.
First crack already going, stun on Leave Me, and now Wansky is in trouble, they have to run away. Wansky is trying to heal up, Kraven needs to run for his life, and there's Yuzhong going for the backline, Petrify on 2 targets, but he needs to run away as Kraven runs back with him.
That's the big thing about now Yuzhong out here now. Most of the sustain of Yuzhong comes in from his Sha Essence and Sha Residue combination. That's basically lifesteal and healing. Now, when there's a Basha on the other side, his passive works as an anti-heal. He does not really need to focus on that dominance ice instantly. So he can force onto the Dreadnought armors early on as the defense. That basically makes things even more difficult for an already difficult matchup for that Yu Zhong. And I think so that's gonna hurt them in the back now in this mid-game transition.
I mean, right now, what we can be seeing in the goal line is that Alan is definitely being the victim here of this matchup. As Vansky approaches Palmetronio, looked like an engage opportunity, but not really, it wasn't there.
Yeah, and all the other neutral objectives right now are being stolen away by ET as well. They've got a 100 goal lead. That's not that much out there, but it can very easily snowball out of control if they're not careful. Because Hayabusa, even though for the early game he's not that strong, in the mid to late game transition, once he hits the level 8 and level 12, that's when he gets deadly.
And just look at the goal difference right now. Iritel has built for herself 400 goal lead just in the lane. What happened there? Did she stole the playthings on the tower? I don't know where she get in that, but he's either pushing Alan from the wave. Yeah, I think that's what's happening because Haya is lurking and Alan needs to play it extremely safe.
I think so. A couple of $100 of that gold lead is probably because of the go crab that Irithel is constantly taking, which has been stolen away multiple times from the carry. That has been acting against them. And also right now, there's a gank. Oh, lucky. Kreve is lucky to survive out there. The shadow did not land onto him.
But no, not new turtle. Second turtle of the game will be spawning onto the Land of Dawn as Lighto will start it with the rest. I don't know if you want to contest if you're Nightfall, but you look for it. Leave me. Going for Tisokite. First target is going. Half HP gone as Kreve engages on. Boborusik for the backline. Noel had to escape and now Kreve is bombarding them with these plasma shots. Pushing Lighto away. Tisokite half HP still. Noel as well. And now Vansky freeze crack combo goes in. Alan follows him, but Hayabusa goes for Vansky as he goes down. Leave me able to finish the turtle, and now Lighto in the enemy backline. Alan needs to run for his life, but he's not fast enough. His sneakers get stuck in the floor.
A big play out there. It was such a scrappy fight, but again, 3 squishies for your team, not really having enough damage out there. Uranus was sustaining every single thing. Lighto just standing up in the face of Kreve. He was absolutely fine with that. You cannot win against a Uranus with just a poke. You need to burst him down. But this glowing wand pick now for Kreve.
Palmetronio is now in trouble as he goes down. Leave me is like, alright, I will carry this game myself as he goes for Tisokai and attempts a double kill as he gets it.
Finally, at the last second, the fish crack worked out perfectly, but look at the bottom side. Should be just a back and forth out there. One of the most boring matchups we've seen. But again, that early goal lead which ET were trying to make has now finally been countered out by the side of Nightfall after that win in that top side. I think so it was a bit of an overextension by ET, or rather just an opportunity that Nightfall found and pounced onto it. They considered their item power spikes as well with the Warriors. Look at bottom
is now
side.
in trouble as he gets dove by 3 members. He tries to survive for longer. He can, but he cannot because he is dead right now, lying on the floor.
Absolutely, but in the mid side, now it seems like Tiso has been the problem.
Now Tisokite is the target, he gets immobilized, tries to push on through. Now Vansky off HP, Alan needs to run as well. Noah is trying to chase them down, Vansky goes down. Kreve tries to run for his life as Alan makes his escape. Immobilized Lighto. Looks like Kreve will be briefing a couple of minutes
It's gonna be surviving. Absolutely, it's going to be surviving, and through all of that chaos though, but bottom tier 1 has also been taken down. So you can see that Nightfall are focusing on their common objectives, the neutral objectives, and those towers. That's a big thing.
Bobber goes in as he immobilizes Tisokite. He goes down. First kill for Bobber as he comes refreshed back into the game. Third turtle will be spawning on the map, and Lighto looks like he wants to do it.
Oh my god, Leave me just pushing Enzo away from that turtle pit. This is going to be an easy turtle for them, uncontested as well at that. And guess what? Leave Me already has a 2-level advantage over a Hayabusa on the other side. That is a big problem.
Lighto needs to run now because he could be the target as 5-man. Hammer tries to hammer down this tower. Vansky now has to run because Palmetronio is shooting with his crossbow.
Palmetronio almost trying to catch all of them with a heavy crossbow, as you mentioned, but just does not have enough damage right now. And this Yi Sun Shin is such a solid farmer. Even Zakota was mentioning the same thing, Warren, that once he gets going, it gets very difficult to stop him. And that's basically been the storyline even now. The gold lead has always been in favor of ET, but it has never basically been a problem for Nightfall till now. They've been getting those turtles as well. They've been winning all those neutral objectives. And look at that. They're now 5 men rotating together into the jungle of ET. ET will get the tier 1 on the top side, but they might lose the tier 2 on the bottom or probably the tier 1 in mid.
Goal staff finish on Alan, big spike for him. But right now, 5,300 on Leave Me. First time in the game he's actually ahead of Irritel. This wasn't the true just 5 seconds ago, but right now another fight could be happening in the bottom side as they pick up another tower. Lito is trying to push his way through as he goes down. Killing spree for Leave Me as he continues to go on. For Tisokite immobilized, he goes down as well as Alan finishes him off. Now Yugi shadow kill, but splits between 5 members, so not really that much damage as NF make their leave.
2 for 0 trade as well, and also they took the tier 2 in the bottom. Mid will also fall. That gives the jungle access as well to Nightfall. ET are struggling so much with this composition of theirs, and it's again that Batang was having the proper priority. He's doing that frontlining, and Bobber on this Yuzhong is just making things so difficult for Pelmetronio. Even in that previous fight, he wanted to go into the fight, but he just could not. The Dragon Tail just zoned him out. And now they're even pushed off of this river as well because Creep is constantly poking down everyone on the other side.
Yeah, but there's a super big problem for the side of ET, for the side of Entity, because every minute that goes on longer, that prolongs this game, is just worse for them, because you on the opposing side have 3 carries. Kraven, Kimi, Leave Me on Jisunshin, and then of course Alon. If those carries get to the late game and get to full builds, you are done for, and doesn't matter how well you play. So you are ticking, tick-tack, tick-tack. You need to make something happen.
And you need to make something happen right now. Don't really have any more time now to do it.
So he's going in, he goes for Alan, he tries to go for the backline, gets immobilized, pushed away, and now Jason Chin with that ultimate trying to make some space. Vansky could be the target, first cracks, flickers away, he's alive for now. Bobber goes for more, as he lets his teammates go away. But this was a great fight coming from Entity, because now Nightfall needs to push on through with low HP bars. As CC Immune Leave Me tries to go for Lito. Oh, it was finished by Noah. First Lord Vansky goes down, now better Bobber, he's to run.
Oh!
Noel is still alive. He's dancing around on the knife's edge.
Absolutely on the knife's edge, because even the glowing one's passive was there. But it still was not enough to take him down, and now Pelmetronio just wants to brute force this mid-tier 1 as well. The Lord being taken away. Lovely play from ET. But look at Leave Me.
Leave Me could be cooking, but I don't know. He might be burning it because this was maybe too deep. No, he will be alright because Lito has nothing on this guy.
Fair. Now they're going to take the bottom tier 2 as well. The mid is actually defended, so that's one big thing for them. But here's the thing. I like the macro play coming in from Entity because they did not clear the top wave. That means an additional wave might also spawn. Those extra bit of minions means more waves crashing onto those towers, means more objectives that you can grab and the chances you can get. I absolutely love it. And Tesso, he's been doing a phenomenal job breaking through this front line.
Vansky could be the target. Lito pushes in through, goes for Leave Me. Now he's out of HP. Vansky is gone. His elbow disappeared instantly as you finish the Lord. But Aura is gone on top side, and the rest of the ET go for more. Lito super D as Pelmetronio falls in through. Bob Rusick goes down as Noel gets a mega kill, double kill. Another tower destroyed as they go for the crystal. Can they finish it in time? He's out of HP. Can he defend it alone? I don't think he can.
NF right, I think so. ET is still sticking onto that blue side right now, and Farsa is the first one.
Oh, they are indeed, and it looks like they want to run it back, as they say, because this draft looks eerily similar to the last one we saw before. I think the first ban was something else, but I think Farsa was second. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong. I might be wrong, because everything is a blur now, since the game was so explosive, like from the start to the end. Constant action happening, going back to back, to one side to the other. But now, as you said, second draft, second game, that could be completely different story. And as we saw the game that we were casting before this one, it was a complete reverse sweep. First game, BR, and then Montemori stepped up the game and went back into the series. So that could be the same story happening. Let's see if Nightfall have it in them and if they can turn it around.
Depends entirely if they're able to crack through this draft of ET right now. I think so they had the opportunity as well, but some of the micros out there not really landing in for them resulted in that result. But it could be possible right now that they can pull themselves back up. But the question is, do they ban out the Baxia? Because previously they did let it through. It was instantly rather picked up from the other side. I kind of want to see them this time take care of it, or at least the Uranus, right? You don't really want these two priority picks to go on the other end. So hoping for one of those to be banned out. Even the Kimi is up open right now, which NF really picked up. It was doing its own job, but at the end of the day, was not really fruitful. But Baxia taken out.
Yeah, Baxia is gone, so now probably Uranus is the first pick. Like, what else are you going for? There could be an argument made about Lapu Lapu, but as we saw the game's progress, Lapu Lapu seems like the yesterday's performance. I don't know if you saw that specific game, but Lapu Lapu in one game absolutely popped off, and since then, I think us casters and even the viewers are gaslighted into Lapu Lapu being like super strong first pick. But based on the teams, how they approached it, it doesn't seem like it. It seems like he can fit in the right draft, but not with first pick material. As Entity go for Kimi. That's a classic. Old as like 4 months or something like that. Kimi first pick. Here we go.
Uranus Ascension. That seems to be the answer on the other side. Instantly picking up it as well. I understood that this is going to be the way how this draft is going to go. Kimi is going to be prioritized first, and then the other side picks up the Ascension Uranus. Now, that leaves room open again for you to prioritize your jungler as well, alongside picking a flex pick for the EXP or the roam. I'm not quite sure if you'd want to go for a Gatot Kacha instantly or something along the similar lines, but maybe this is the best time for them to lock in their jungler, considering they've already banned out the Lancelot as well. And then for the next two bans, they can try and prioritize some of the other picks out there. I think so. Maybe we're going to see the Hayabusa come up again.
I mean, or you could go for your gold laner. Of course, then you are revealing that... of course, then you would be revealing that Kimi is mid lane, but I think that's highly likely. And if you go for Moscow, right now in the second ban phase, your enemies have to go for that gold lane or you ban them away. Because you have Moscow, you can aim for that.
It is highly possible, and now it basically makes things a bit more easier. You can ban out the Granger, you can ban out Erithiel. 1-1 has already been taken care of. Moscow's gonna have at least a bit of free time in his own lane as well. And I love this Gatot Kacha pick as well. It's a flex pick, can go into the EXP, can also be put to roam considering how this draft goes. You're just making things a bit more difficult for Nightfall now. It's their time to lock in probably their own mid laner. Oh, what do you pick to counter that Kimi now? I think so. Zacian could be a decent pick. You can clear the wave. You've got the passive to survive from the Gatot Kacha, and you can still technically outrange a Moskov.
Yeah, Zhuxin could be nice to let Leave Me scale into the late game, but look at that, they go for Irito because they were worried about exactly what I was saying before, and that's your opponents could ban out gold laners, and then you would be in big trouble. Irito probably, from what I saw, should be a decent matchup in the Moscow. She's super mobile, and she should be outranging him. So, for those late game teamfights, you should be in a good spot.
I love it. I absolutely love it because now they've turned the draft around on its head on the other side now. Banning away the Erithiel though, but the Zacian ban is a bit interesting for me. I mean, the Kimi is already there. Why would they want to ban out a Zacian? Unless it is a miss show, because I probably saw a Hayabusa there first. So
you're absolutely.
Yeah,
Sure.
We got the confirmation. It's a Hayabusa. Fair enough. High is a decent ban.
Alright, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, why would we be doing that? So it's Haya, alright. Very smart move. You saw them play it before, so could be a pivot that they could go for. I mean, this composition would work even better with Hayabusa, because imagine, you go with Gato, you engage the backline with your ult, and they need to spread out. They try to run away, they flicker away, maybe, or something like that, and Haya goes for that alone target, or maybe two, chunks them half HP. Oh, perfect. But that will not be the story of this game, because he is gone. Together with Fredrin makes a lot of sense again, because he can go for your carries. Of course, Irita would be kinda hard to reach, but Jisanshin could be in big trouble.
Now my big question is, what are you going to pick in the mid lane? Because it's more or less like same story on the each other side, right? We've got a jungler, you don't have a jungler, we're going to ban out the junglers. The other side is saying, we've got the mid lane, you don't have the mid lane, we're going to take care of those mid laners. Zacian as well as the Selena banned out. Now Zushin is one of the good picks that I can think of, which will work, and it kind of pans up pretty well with this entire draft too, considering the Hayabusa has been banned out. But okay, This is the first Kadita that we are seeing in the entire event.
Yeah, it's first for me. I mean, it's first for me completely. Like first competitive Kadita that I will be seeing. So I am maybe even more excited than you are. So yeah, all right. I'm just thinking about what can be picked into her to make her mid lane be less effective, since you have that counter pick. So I'm kind of thinking it through. What could be the pivot that Entity would go for? Do you have any ideas what would be a decent pick into Kadita?
I mean, you probably want to just pick a Franco at this point to try and suppress her instantly. She received a buff as well on the knockup, and the amount of time it takes for the rough waves to charge up, it's not as much as it used to be before. And I love that buff because that makes Kadita the kind of assassin that you would want to play around with. And that makes things difficult for both Moscow as well as the Kimi, because they can't really build a proper defense against a Kadita. Otherwise, they just have to fully focus down on the Athena shield. The Sakai is a good pick. I like the idea. The heavy spins can disrupt the formation, but I still don't see a way how you can set things up for your team. Now, since the Lapu has also been picked up for the EXP lane, that leaves the entire damage in the hands of Enzo and Tiso, or rather the Moscow and the Kimi. If one of them gets picked off, their entire composition will fail.
I mean, I'm a little bit worried for how the synchronization, like how the combination of Akai and Lapu will work together, you know, because Lapu probably wants most of the people in one spot, whereas Akai will push them away with that heavy swing. And this is not a great combo, so I'm a little bit worried how they mix and match it. But of course, if Akai pushes them into Lapu, could be a decent combo. Maybe Moscow tries to spear into that. Could be working like that. I kind of have that idea in my head, but I don't know how easy it is to execute during the game.
It's going to be very difficult. I agree with the win condition which you just mentioned, that Akai pushing the people into Lapu or either into Moscow as well. But it's going to be super difficult to make it work unless they try something out of the book right now. But how will that work out is going to be a big question, as there's a Minotaur on the other side. Again, those Flask of Oasis is going to be a bit of a problem, and you'll have to rush down some of those anti-heals early on. I like the composition from Nightfall again. I think so they've got what it takes to make this comp work as well, but they will have to land in that Minotaur Kadita combination to perfection. If they're able to do that, if they're able to catch on to Moscow or Kimi, I think so they're going to be good. And they also have a very solid mid to late game scaling composition with the Erithiel and the Ascension. I think so they should be able to take this game, unless Kimi snowballs early game.
I mean, she has super high middle lane priority. I think Kadita shouldn't be able to push her away. As I said, didn't see this matchup specifically a lot, so yeah, we'll have to see. But all right, Prayer looks like he can keep the pace. He looks like he can keep the pace, but of course, trading a little bit of HP. Oh, a lot of HP actually. Krive, look out for yourself, brother. You're getting hurt.
Yeah, it's fine. It's got the thalassophobia as well, though. But Bobber, he's just annoying Tiso out there. Now, Noel is going to be a bit more slow in terms of clearing that wave. Hold on!
But now Bobber could be in trouble as he gets immobilized. He's forced away from this jungle and might be even dying. No, he's alive until now. We will see if they can get him. I don't think they can, as Krive pushes them away with great positioning spells.
Lovely coming in from him at that point. It was important as well. Krive. He's gonna miss a minion.
This is exactly what you were talking about. Like, look at Enzo. He's 1v2ing them. What can they do? They are getting out range, and for Krive it's super hard. Look at him. He might be dying, and he goes down. Enzo first blood them.
That's the big thing I mentioned as well. He's gonna miss out on a couple of minions, and in order to catch them, he gave up on his life. Now Vansky is trying to keep those minions safe, but Enzo is just gonna try and choke him down too.
Leave me level 4, he has his ultimate available. It looks like he will be leaving his opponents alone because new turtle is spawning in. I mean, the first of this one. Oh, 1v1, Allen! Doesn't want to let it go. 1-1. They are back.
Absolutely perfect. They needed to win in the gold lane. They already have the priority, and they're able to take that as well. I don't think so Krive is going to get his level 4 after these minions too, so it's going to be a bit of a problem for this turtle fight though.
Yeah, I mean, they have to give it. Leave me needs to go away from this one and only can cry about it because that's all he gets. And now Bobber pushes Lito away as we see Lapu doesn't like this matchup a lot. Oh wait a
Oh.
second, Wu doesn't like it a lot, is Creeve. Wu was able to run away just in time, but leave me now, getting pushed away from his purple buff. I think he got it though.
Lucky. Yeah, he got it with a retry at the very last second. Enzo?
Oh wait, Enzo could be in trouble, getting pushed away, but leave me, it doesn't hit though.
He's safe. He's safe out there. It's absolutely fine for now, though. The Petrify is up as well for Creeve. He's already level 4, so now Enzo would need to play it safe. But here's the thing. He is running with the Purify, so it's going to be a bit more easy
Bobber
for him
didn't
right
know,
now.
he gets immobilized, gets pushed away, but he speeds away with his life.
Yeah, Consecration. You can't really force Uranus off in an awkward spot when he's got that ultimate available, right? But here's the thing. ET are constantly taking these neutral objectives as well. This is probably the third Little Wanderer that they have taken. Already were able to take away the first turtle as well. But even after all of that, the goal lead is still favoring the side of Nightfall. Now it's solely because Alan was able to win in that gold lane matchup against Pelmetronio. And he's already focusing down onto his Hearthclaw as well early on. Uranus is going to try and build up onto that blade armor.
Yeah, I just wanted to see the gold
Alright, safe.
because I didn't really know, like, where is this gold advantage coming from the side of Nightfall, since it's 1-1?
Yeah.
And Pelmetronio, alright, he's 1 kill down, but in the mid lane, Enzo has a great lead for himself, and when I saw it, I didn't believe my eyes, because there is that 300, oh, it's disappearing right now as they go for purple off taunted, but it's still Bobber super tanky, as Leave Me goes in, as no one needs to run away.
Yeah, Creep seems to be up in a pretty awkward spot, but the amount of damage they've already dealt, that
Bobber
means
doesn't want
that
to
they're
even
gonna-
let them start it. He's pushing them away. He's trying to burst them down. I mean, poke them down. Now there is Krive. I think he's too late. Minotaur gets taunted. CC locked. Now Bobber cannot retry this if you don't have retry, but Lito is gone and Minotaur takes him down. Tiso tries to ult away. Can he do it? He can. But there is Alan, and Alan is shooting for Enzo. Hunting season is on, boy.
he wants to try and catch that. Tiso is all out there with the Revitalize, saves him as the rest of the people as well want to jump in, but they will still survive. But guess what? I believe they have stolen away the buff.
Wait a second, Pelmetronio with only one against Alan. Alan, you shouldn't face check those bushes because Pelmetronio is hungry for revenge. He gets that kill as he gets those playthings.
Beautiful play as well, and also using up the flicker to try and survive from that turret. It was very crucial coming in for Pelmetronio. He's now got his Corrosion Strike up as well, and is probably building up for his Golden Staff too as he takes down the tier 1 on bottom side. That is a big win coming in for ETN. Now they take the gold lead back.
Noel with a sneaky steal. Oh, he gets found. He has to run away now. Oh, taunted. Bobber cannot follow through because he gets pushed away. Tiso, great taunt from his Gato.
Lovely play coming in from Bobber. I'll have to say, he just pushed Enzo so far back in this engagement that he could not force out any of the skills or the ultimates on the other
Wait
side.
a second, Bobber dive in this tower. I don't think he wants that. Krevik goes in. All right, that's a wild play. Half HP gone for that one.
I mean, he did
Oh,
not catch
Pelmetronio
anything.
missing his spear as he gets dove. Oh, he jumps away. Bobber has nothing on him.
Lovely. It's gonna survive out there, but the mid is probably gonna fall. The tier 1 taken down so very low. Alan jumping in at the last second to try and save that turret from falling down. It's a back and forth fight on every single front, and both of these teams know they cannot let the other one take the mid-game power spike, because they're gonna then snowball out of control, be it Pelmetronio on the Moscow or be it Yi Sun-shin in the hands of Leave Me. So they're trying to take that control away. But again, bringing the attention back onto Bobber. We'll talk about that in a second though as this turtle spawns.
There is 4 members of NF as they go in. CC immune. Enzo tries to run for his life, but Lito goes down. Enzo is the next target. Unfortunately, it goes to Minotaur. Tiso is trying to run away, but I don't think he can. He just gets some time for the rest of his team to escape.
Absolutely. A lovely trade of 3 to absolute 0. A nasty play coming in from Leave Me, and right now, again, Bobber was just able
Pelmetronio
to
getting
zone away
go. Bobber doesn't care. There's a
Pelmetronio.
tower. He doesn't mind. He doesn't see it. He has his eyes closed. If I don't see it, it's not there. It's not hitting me. He's thinking Bobber to himself as he gets almost this dive completed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's a spear
again,
connecting. He can go in. Moscow is there as he goes for Kreve. Kreve is in big trouble. No, not really. Pemetronium is the one in trouble as Leave Me tries to finish this fight. Gets for a double kill. Laito goes down and Tiso needs to defend their tower in the mid lane.
I want to have a look at the itemization right now because Laito is being bursted down like paper. And that too in an instant. We don't really see a Lapu Lapu being this easy to be picked off out here, but Bobber, I don't think so he's gonna have problem. Now again, he built up the blade armor as the first item, and it not just counters Enzo, it also counters Pelmetronio. The more they shoot him, the more they're gonna die instantly. And he's also running with a vengeance, so once he pops it, you're done for.
Oh, Alan could have been done for, but it's a bait. It's all bait all the time as they hurt Laito and Tiso.
Right now, still not really stopping out there though. Bobber wants to try and choke them down.
Noah is trying to fish for that backline, but he cannot connect through. Oh, he can! That's the hard slam pushing him away. Alan gets pushed into Laito as he gets damaged, and that's the combo we have been talking about.
Oh!
I don't know if they can win the fight though. Laito goes down, big town coming from Tiso. Bobber goes down as well. Double kill for Enzo. Beautiful performance from Entity.
And that is all in understanding that Leave Me is not there in fight. So if they're able to pick Alan off, who was in an awkward position, they will be winning entire engagement. Lovely anticipation as well. And on the back of it now, they were trying to force down the tier 1 of the top side, but Creeve.
Oh, wait a second, he gets time to do the wall and Creevy is gone! He doesn't have the best game right now. 1-3, poor Creevy. And it's now on the back of Leave Me as he needs to carry his team because Alan is not yet on those spikes. But Tiso gets bursted down. Laito half HP pushing away and Leave Me hitting almost level 14. He is the highest level on the map by far. It's all on him. All on his back.
Absolutely. 3 levels ahead of the Akai, so he will have the advantage in the retribution
Tiso
battle
is getting
too.
super low. I don't think this is a fight he should choose. He needs to escape away with his ultimate. So this is useless for his team. He goes for that recall as the rest continue to fight on. Goes for Vansky. There's big Petrify. Panda goes in, pushes everyone away, but now Kreve pushes them away with his damage. Pemetronio goes down. Mega kill for Leave Me as they chase for more. They try to go for more as they realize they can go for Lord instead.
That was such a ballsy play from Pelmetronio, jumping all the way back alone just to take Vansky down, putting himself in the harm's way now. He's given the other side an opportunity to take this Lord and steal back the gold lead that they lost. You could call it a big, bold play, but man, it's a big punish.
Oh, they go for it. They go for the dive. Oh, wait a second. It was just a prank. Tiso gets bursted, but that's all they get. It doesn't look like they will be going for more. They just stole this jungle camp and they retreat.
And Bobber as well, just trying to hold down onto that wave so that the Lord could march down on tier 2 faster. And they can basically level up the mid and top side. Nice anticipation from them. And now they're also stealing away the purple buff as well. That is just such a good macro play coming in from NIGHTFALL.
Leave Me bursting them so hard. Tiso almost dead and it's a roamer. He shouldn't be tanky. Wansky goes for more, but he gets bursted by the tower. He needs to retreat right now, but Lore is pushing onto the top side. I think Aura could be gone. I don't know if they can defend. It looks like they can if something else won't happen. Alright, no, they won't be able to. I think the Aura will be gone. Yeah, it charged. The Aura is gone on top side.
Absolutely, but I don't think so they're going to be very worried about it either ways because it's on only what 50 more seconds remaining for that aura to be there. So the Holy Shield not really standing strong. Look at Bobber and Creve though.
Bobber could be looking for something together with Creve. Noel is not the target you're looking for though. Immobilize goes for Vansky, but he is still a Minotaur as he jumps away. Should be fine now. You should probably be waiting for the Lord. Noel gets bursted a little bit, but there's not enough damage for Akai. Kreve fishing for something. Needs to run away though. This Panda found him.
I almost thought Pelmetronio just 1 or 2 tile on the other side. It would have been meat out there, but lucky to survive.
Wait a second, should you really engage on Bobber? I think you had enough of him just dancing around. He gets pushed into the wall, but this is not the target you should be aiming for. Look at him, how tanky he is. He gives you a thumbs up for your actions.
For basically giving him some more stacks on his passive.
Enzo, ooh.
But Bobber, it's fine. He's just gonna dance around. Now here's the thing: they're just gonna dance around in front of them because both Vansky and Bobber, they're gonna heal themselves back up as well with their own skills. So
Oh, he's trying to steal it, but he could be getting his life stolen as he needs to jump away. Bobber still pushing his presence there. Alan will be joining the fray as he goes for Tiso. Tiso could be the target. He tries to town them into the tower. Kreve gets pushed in, but Tiso half HP. He should be worried about his own life as he gets pulled in, knocked up, and needs to run again.
the revitalize again coming in clutch for Tiso to save his life. Otherwise, the burst would have been enough. Unlike the previous few games, this is such a low-scoring game coming in from both the teams. But finally, we get a look at the itemization. Already four major items being cooked up by the Season Shin. He's going to burst through everyone on the other side. And the Radiant Armor, Blade Armor in the hands of the Uranus, it's going to be a big problem.
Tiso has a flank. Can he go for it? Can he go for the right target? He tries to go for Leaving, but he doesn't hit. Lito goes down. Unstoppable Leaving as he tries to carry his fight once more. Enzo gets pushed away. Half HP gone. Velmetronio tries to play it. He is Moscow with 4 items. Can he play it? I don't think he can. He doesn't have enough fingers. He doesn't have enough items as Leave Me carries another fight as they go for probably, possibly, last lot of this game.
Highly possible now. They've got all the items that they needed. Vansky also has picked up the Radiant Armor, and Bobber with the Blade Armor and the Dominance Ice combo. This Kimmy is not gonna do anything to them now.
Bobber trying to tank the tower. Tiso pushing them in with a taunt, but he is super tanky. He's still surviving, but the rest are as well. As Alan finishes him off because Irritel has Cam online. She's almost level 15, 227. Not a crazy score, but she's on her items right now, and she is shooting pretty serious arrows from that crossbow.
The Berserker's Fury always is a massive power spike for the Erythiel. And they're just bursting down the entire front line, both Tiso and Noel. They can't really do anything in terms of that tankiness. Lito is struggling so much onto this Lapu Lapu, and it's the exact same problem that you mentioned, Warren, that Akai is going to push everyone away. Lapu can't land in his land shaker onto them. So they will not have any stuns working in, no combo plays, and you'll have to use your flicker as well. Alan has saved his Purify. This could be the last Lord.
Nightfall will try to finish it off. Lord pushes. Mega kill goes for Enzo though. Enzo 5 kills, but his base will be gone probably. I don't think they can survive that. Oh, can they? No, they cannot.
You probably Yi and Shin, you win out here this time around. Nightfall, they're going to be on the blue side, and they're going to take care of the Mathilda instantly.
I mean, when you're speaking about Lapu Lapu getting a lot of defeats, you should definitely check out yesterday's stream. Yesterday's stream, where there was that crazy Lapu Lapu game. I need to make you happy and send it to you in DMs. But less yapping about Lapu because this game, this draft, new things. So let's not talk about it. Let's talk about our two Titans clashing against each other. Nightfall on the left side, blue side will be their side for this last game, and Entity on the right in the red corner as they will be clashing it out. Bakshaban from ET, so they respect it and they know it's a great first pick, so that's an idea from them. And for the side of Nightfall, Matilda gone as well as they were banning it from the right side before, and Uranus gone.
Yeah, I mean, they also realized that they can't really let this Uranus through on the other end too. Now, this is one of the dilemmas of the blue side too, wherein you will have to ban one or the other impactful pick, which you would either ways want to pick if you're on the other end, just because of how many good picks there are. If you're on the red side, you've got an opportunity. Let one through, take two for yourself. That's what Nightfall did in the previous one. They let one Kimi through, and then they picked up the Yi Shin as well as the Uranus. So they've got to respect it. They're banning it, one of them out now. Now my question is, do you ban out the Farsa to try and pick up the Erythiel early on? Or do you ban out the Yi Shin? But they pick up the 1-1. Interesting.
I mean, Van has been like a classic. You could maybe randomly open one of the drafts here on EMC and probably one would be banned. I don't know how high a rate of bans she has, because we would need to see her picked, I think, for the statistics to show. And I don't remember what was it exactly, but it should be super high. She's right now super crazy. If she goes with that attack speed steroid on her, she goes ham, she goes to town, and she just destroys you. We see it from Wicked, so a shout out to him as he will be playing in the next round that will be approaching later today. But yeah, Van gone, so no more Wicked plays, at least here. But ET now in front of a big decision, that last ban, what they will go for.
It's a big thing now, and they decide to ban out the Yeast and Shin. So Farsa and Kimi, both of them are open, and I'm actually expecting a Farsa pick right now because you'll have a big priority out there. But guess what? That's an early Lancelot pick. All right, I'm down for it.
It's a Lance, 53% very not so high, but you have to keep in mind that those win rates are kind of tricky to see, because like you probably won't be seeing someone with 95% win rate because it's a super competitive thing. Yeah. But Lance 53, that means probably he was picked up a lot, and if I remember, he was quite a lot being picked up by teams. The thing with Lance is he's invulnerable, he's super annoying, and he's super mobile. So for you to pick a backline, it's super tough because he can always have the jump on you, and he can always try to hop on your carries. But from the side of ET, it looks like they were like, all right, you hop on ours, we hop on yours. Farsa will ult. She can even reposition with Flicker. That's a thing we saw many times. I didn't know that's a mechanic before, so the players showed me that. But yeah, you can just feather airstrike, flicker around to change the range and go for the backline.
That is one of the big reasons why Farsa, as soon as Farsa is picked up, the other side just decide to quickly go in with a lot of CC to try and hard counter the Farsa. So I'm expecting a Ghatot Kacha pickup right now for Nightfall. It will also create a question mark as to where that Ghatot is going to go. In the EXP lane, in the roam position, nice flex pick coming in for them. And maybe then lock in their jungler as well, because, or rather not the jungler, but the gold laner as well. I'm not really a big fan of Moscow in this case, maybe an Irithiel, but they lock in the Irithiel and the Kimi. Interesting.
I feel like that's a risky move coming from the side of Nightfall, but yes. I mean, before they won with Irithiel, they won with Kimi, so I guess they are like, all right, we pick it up again. Let's go for that. I guess that's the idea.
But here's the thing, that time there was no Farsa on the other side, and the Hayabusa was banned out. So there was no one to actually close that gap, no one for the gap closing thing. And I think so that was one of the big reasons for the success of that draft. This time around, the jungler is not an Akai. It's a Hayabusa that can actually pop onto your face instantly. This Hayabusa worked really well for them in the first draft as well, for ET to win out that first game. They picked it up again. They've got a good range. Or rather, Phoveus is going to be so annoying to deal with right now, as he'll be on your faces as well. I think so. A lot of things will be into the hands of Leave Me on this Lancelot to try and close that gap towards Farsa and pick it off. And I like the ban of Badang as well coming in from the side of ET, because they know that the other side need a front line. They need a hard CC to counter the Phoveus and the Hayabusa. They instantly ban one of them.
I mean, we were just talking about let's make it easier for ET, Entity, make it easy for you, and this is what I feel like is the draft that could make it easier for them, because what do you have to worry about? Like, you just see a target, you lock him in, doesn't matter if it lands, if it's Kimi, if it's Irithiel, you don't mind, you just go for one, you hop in Haya, Phoebus, Farsa's bombardment, and it's done, he is done for. Who can survive that onslaught? No one, at least from the heroes that are picked up right now.
I agree. And that's one of the main reasons why this could actually be successful. But I like the Moscow ban as well from the other side. Don't really want that one to deal a lot of damage to you. Can push back the Lancelot as well. So you want something that you can deal with easily. Glue ban coming in from Entity. Now, again, could be a double-sided thing out here, right? Because they had the first pick right now. So I'm pretty sure they could have prioritized the glue, but maybe they want someone that can actually dive in on the other side along with this Hayabusa and along with this Phoveus. Or maybe they can decide to pick something that can actually frontline for this Farsa so that no one actually reaches Farsa. And Ghatot can do both. I love it.
Alright, yeah, exactly as you said, he can do both, and he can do it very well. He can just go in, go for that backline, or he can peel for you. If you hop on Farsa, you get taunted and you can get comboed. But if you don't hop on her, he will hop on you, and you get instant feather to airstrike, and you're done for.
That's a big problem right now for NF to deal with. This draft is already turning out so heavily ET favoring. The last two picks, what are they going to go for? Something that can actually lock Hayabusa down. I was hoping for a Cho, I'll have to say. I thought maybe they can pick up a Cho that can set things up for the team, but a Terizla into the Minotaur again. So the core kind of remains the same with just Lancelot instead of a Yi Sun Shin, and then Rusik onto the Terizla. It's not exactly the same Uranus playstyle, but more like setting your team up with the penalty zone. But it's difficult to execute, though. It's a Melissa pick, first time in the tournament as well. So that's interesting again, considering there's a couple of big range heroes on the other side.
Yeah, I don't know how much I like Melissa. I am not sure how well she can join those fights when everyone explosively jumps in. I don't know how well she can follow, but based on the carries that were left, I don't know who else would be better. Would be better choice. I don't think there was much left. Maybe you could make an argument for Ranger, but he would be super susceptible to something. Of course, his super high range would work in your favor because he could always join in with that ultimate, and he would be able to join it with his range.
True.
Yeah, that could be an argument to be made, maybe. But what I like for the side of Nightfall is that they double down on that Minotaur, and now it's again boosting two heroes that are relying on attack speed, or at least in for Iritel it's an attack speed sword, but for Kimi it's a booster for her magic damage, as we were talking about it before. And that's what I love. That's great if you are not thinking only about how well the spells can work together, but if you're also thinking about if there's some utility that can be brought to the table. And I think for the double carry composition it can work very well.
I think so. That there's both the ends of the sword out there. One can either work for you, one can either be against you. But ladies and gentlemen, all of that's now set, since the draft is all logged in, and we move in for this last game in the Land of Dawn between Nightfall taking on ET on the blue side and the red side respectively. The winner of this one takes the series and becomes the third semi-finalist of a European Mid-Season Cup. Let's see which one of them will get the win.
I mean, based on the draft, I must say that I am still slightly favoring Nightfall. I just like what they did. But for the side of ET, I must say, except that Melissa pickup, but even with that Melissa pickup, I feel like they made their draft easier. So could be working. This okay gets bursted down as Noah tries to peel for him and pushes them away. But we see again, Kimi has absolute mid lane kingdom. She cannot get out.
Yeah, but here's the thing, there's a bit of a wave freeze out there in mid lane as well, which can eventually help the Farsa, and this dominance of Creep is actually going to rely only till level 4. Hold on!
Wait a second, immobilize Hayabusa as he goes for that. Oh, Yogi Shadow Kill! First blood, Creeper goes down, and that's a big problem. If you have a lot of squishies, this is what can happen.
And I love what Noel did there. He had his shadow landed on Creep, but he did not utilize that instantly. He used his shadow kill on Vansky so that he can jump on Creep and then finish it up later on, since Creep survived for a second though now.
Wait a second, Vansky could be dying as well as he jumps away, but he goes down, he is back into the base.
Holy me. He's gonna be running away back to safety, but not for long. Like catches him.
He just got bursted down as they go for Bober. Bober is 1v4. I don't think he can play that. There's Kreve. He's trying to help him, but another Yugi Shadow Kill finishes him off as Kreve is trying to jump around, dance around, but not enough blaster shots in his gun to survive 1v4.
That's absolutely done. Early game demolished for the side of Nightfall, and a 1.8k goal lead already in favor of ET. They're going to struggle so much right now, and this Lancelot being taken down early on is a big problem. Now their only chance of success is Pelmetroni on this gold lane, who's again getting outranged by the Irithiel.
Yeah, but the thing is that Pelmetronio is standing his ground very well. He is almost hitting level 5, whereas Alan is kind of behind on XP, if I saw correctly. And if you are already being ahead from the early game with that composition that you have, you are kind of expecting that. So the thing is, can you close it out in mid game or you get outscaled?
Yeah, that's the big thing now. Oh, look at Noel.
Vansky could be in trouble as he gets bursted down. Third airstrike, and Hayabusa goes for that finishing Yugi Shadow Kill. He doesn't go for that actually because he already used it, and unfortunately Tisoka was trying to make space, but he was killed for that.
If only there was a Sky Piercer for Noel, maybe he would have finished up Vansky. But now, since he does not really have
Wait a
that,
second,
oh my
Bobber could
god.
be in trouble as he gets pushed away, but it's still to Rizla pretty tanky target, so he will be leaving for now.
As of now again, and leave me. He's just trying to get as many neutral objectives as possible. Oh my goodness, Lito. He steals away that EXP crab, denies level 7, and now look at Noel. He's about to have his ultimate up as well, and he wants to gank Bobber.
It looks like he wants to do that, but Bobber has his flicker online pretty soon. But look at bottom side, Irito is getting pushed away from her tower as they are fishing for something to happen.
Yeah, you can't really. Enzo, he knows that they've got the priority. All they want is Pelmetronio to take the gold. He was already a bit in lead, and now that's going to increase further.
Oh, wait a second. Noel is bursting him immediately as he moves into mid lane. Vansky will be going down. Killing spree for Noel as Grief dances away.
Oh!
Wait a second. Teresa goes in, goes for Noel, but I don't think this is the right target. You are here. 3v4. I don't think you can play. You can! As they shut down Noel. Bobber with a crazy play. Crazy angle that he found. Can he live? He's trying to, but he cannot. But the thing is, kill goes to Tiso.
Absolutely. That's one of the big problems out there, but
Wait a
this time
second,
around...
Leave me! Oh, they don't leave him alone.
Yeah, they're not leaving him at all. It's not a name out here now, it's a request on the other side, which is denied. Entity, they've got full control now, and Pelmetronio as well. He's just having so much fun time. He almost even caught Creeve out there with the Cuddles and Muddles combination. Aaron is just down to level 6 and he is struggling so much even in the farm. And heavy crossbow. Yeah, I'm not really sure if that was the right move to use if you wanted to push the tower.
But the thing is, Nightfall are in 3000 gold deficit, right? But we just saw them play out this fight very well, all things considered. And that's the thing, if Nightfall are able to play those fights like that with a 3000 gold deficit, with their heroes not even on their spikes, I mean, if this game prolongs, they could have it.
But that, again, is going to be very risky out here because Noel is scaling up so very well on this Hayabusa. Already level 9. He just needs 3 more levels to get the maximum power spike. And by that time, Alan will be still building up on his core items.
Wait a second, he goes for more, he tries to go for Curve as he gets killed off. And Tiso is trying to make some space, maybe not even going for something else. Yeah, just making space, letting Noel run away with his money. And he extends his lead.
He's gonna go even further now, almost reaching that level 10 power spike. And the bottom tier 1 has also fallen. Okay, he wants to take the fight.
Right, Lions, can you live that? Oh, you can! Great work from Leave Me, living through that.
For now, but for how long? That's going to be the main thing. If you have got to survive like that in mid-game, Lancelot is just gonna hit. He's not gonna be able to hit his power spike. And Noel...
He stole it! Did he stole it?
Yeah, he did.
Noel took it.
No, yeah, Noel took it. Leave Me does not have his retribution up. Noel just doing so much economical damage, even stealing with the gargoyles.
Wait a second, Levy is going for the backline, going for Enzo as he got forced away with Feather Airstrike on his head as Tiso is making some space. Levy needs to run away now. I don't think he can because he is dead. Kraven needs to flicker out. There is that engage from Gano. He goes for more. Bobber is getting chunked as well. But Tiso is still alive. Pelmetronio is trying to play it out. Noel is there, back in action. Tiso goes down, but you don't care. It's your roamer. Double kill for Noel as they go for the third turtle of this game.
And the fun fact is he did not even utilize his ultimate throughout those engagements. Imagine if he did. No one would have survived on the other end. And even Enzo now has made the blood wings. Extra bit of movement speed on that Farsa and lot of burst damage. Leave Me tried everything he could to try and catch on to this Farsa, but he could not. And that already tells you stories about how this game is going. 6.5k goal lead in favor of Entity. 12 kills to 3. They're already on that 26k gold mark. Once they reach the 33k mark, that means it's all done for you. You'll not be able to make that comeback unless the other side kind of gives you the opportunity and throws it away.
But the thing is, if you look at the gold, it's pretty much dispersed all over the place. It's not really that one hero is super far ahead, because if you look at Noah, he's 6-1, but he has 6k as well as Pelmetronio. And if you compare that to your carries on the opposing side, it's not really that far away. I think it's still playable, but you need to stop making those mistakes and letting Noel pick you off.
Almost trying to take them out, already hitting that level 12 before the 9th minute. He's just taking care of everyone on the other side.
And they need everything to just sustain through the Yugi shadow kill. This is getting so difficult. And Bobber has also made the blade armor. He's not gone for the anti-Curious right now, or even the Dreadnought armor. That means Noel is actually free hitting them through that physical defense. That has been one of the big problems coming in for Nightfall, those itemization right now. Leave Me has also got the Endless Battle, so maybe he can deal some damage. But I'm pretty sure Pelmetronio is also pretty far ahead in terms of the itemization. And he's about to, yeah, he's got the golden staff as well. I'm pretty sure his Holy
Wait,
Trinity is complete by now.
Look at Leave Me. He could be approaching that dangerous bush on the bottom side. No, and they took it. For a second, I thought they are fishing for him and they will let the camp be spawned and they bait for him. But in the end, they stole it.
It's absolutely fine. They don't really care about that anymore now. Sitting comfortably at almost 8,000 gold lead. They've got the full river control. They've got all the level advantages that they need. Lito with that flicker Phobius is doing so much damage to them. And they're going to take the Lord as well.
They already started the Lord. I don't know. It's been taken. How much HP is there left? Can they even get there in time? Do they even respond? No, they don't. They just give it. But it's the first Lord. Shouldn't be that big of a trouble. But this target is T, so you don't really care about him as no one goes for your backline. Krive gets bursted as well as Wansky. Federer Strike tries to move them away for Noel to escape.
And in the meantime, Leave Me was just trying to take down the bottom tier 1 as well. His minions are going to do the job for him, at least for now. And that actually is a good move now, because the bottom lane could be stopped for a few seconds.
They got it!
Yeah, they got the tier 1, but here's the thing. Hayabusa moved to the bottom side, so the wave is going to push together like the top wave.
You're absolutely right. You will be getting pushed from 3 directions, from the top side with Lord and from mid lane with the rest of the team and Haya on the bottom. Pelmetronio gets pushed away, but Krive already used his ultimate, so it will not be available for the defense. Enzo pushes them away with his Federer Strike as they try to defend their tower, but can they really? I don't think they can very well, as Bobber gets half HP as he goes in. He doesn't care. Lito gets bursted as well as Tiso. Tiso goes down and there's no one. He's trying to fix that fight. Can he do it? He can, as he gets Alan.
Noel, through the mix of it all, was able to take the Erythiel down on the other side. But that was such a big play from Bobber. The flicker penalty zone catching 3 of them. It's just that the rest of the team were focused on killing the Lord. But I think so that was the play.
Might have misstepped. No, he has another shadow, so he will be fine now. Enzo pushing them away with the third strike. 90 seconds for new Lord. So for now, we should be in chill zone for a bit.
For a few seconds though, but that chill zone is for ET, not really for Nightfall. They still have to find a way to figure out to lower down this goal lead that's going over the 9,000 mark as well in a few seconds. So they don't have any control of the map. They'll have to open it up. Level 15 already on the Hayabusa. Pelmetronio level 13. I just want to have a quick look at the itemization right now to see as to what they've already built up. And again, there's the Wind of Nature as well. So yeah, Lancelot, good luck trying to take them down. He's already got the Brute Force breastplate to try and sustain through some of that damage. And there's no Wind of Nature right now. No Berserker's Fury made till now for Alan. And that is a big problem on the Erythiel. You need the Berserker's Fury for the burst damage.
But if that last Lord show us something, that's Nightfall are able to defend, and they were able to defend right now when they are in super high deficit, and ET are very close to their full item sets. So the thing is, if Nightfall are able to stall for a little bit longer, maybe 2 more Lords, it could be playable. There's still hope for them.
There, I could see the ray of hope. And to be very honest, yes, they were able to defend early on. However, I think one of the big reasons for that was that the tower passive was there, the Holy Shield was there, which took care of the first Mega Minion wave. And that was the reason why they still were able to take the Lord down. But this time around, they do not have that luxury. They don't even have the inhibitor on the top side too. So I think so it's going to be very difficult. But yes, I agree. If they pull that off, I think so they'd be able to make a comeback in this game though. But Alan needs a Wind of Nature early on. And he's not going to get that before this Lord fight. So his position is going to be crucial, as Noel is finding so many good angles to try and catch either Kriv or Alan.
And you're already giving this lord, the call has been decided, you are giving it and you will try to turtle up in your base and defend. 10,000 gold difference, 4-13, last game before semifinals for one of those teams, but only one can go through, the second one will fall through, and the question is, who will it be, Nightfall or Entity? Who will take the cake?
A big question out there which will be answered in the next few seconds right now as the Lord marches down the top lane. I like the idea right now for Nightfall. They're not clearing that one cannon minion, making sure that the Lord barges first, but all the waves are managed perfectly. It's all in sync, and ET are ready.
Nurserig is there, Kreve is almost dead, he needs to flicker out, he lives for now, but the rest of his team is trying to defend, the tower is getting bursted super low, Tiso is trying to push on through, he has immortality now, he can play to his limits, Leave Me trying to defend mid lane now, the Lord at 5,000 HP, he's getting bursted down, can they defend? It looks like they can, but 2 more inhibitors are gone.
The macro play coming in, but hold
Tiso
on a
kind of
second.
slept there. Now Noel goes in, he goes for the backline. Alan is unstoppable. He goes double kill. Once he is gone, Alan as well, and the rest is trying to defend. Can they do it? Leave Me is gone. Bober will be the next target, and the next target will be Crystal.
Picture perfect play from Entity.